Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we'll be talking about whether I think the Steelers should go all in winning in 2025. This on another episode of... So the Pittsburgh Steelers. They now know that Aaron Rodgers is a one-year phenomenon for them. So they have to make it count because in 2026, they will once again be in need of a quarterback. And the longer they keep having situations like this, the more likely it will be a complete rebuild because that defense is getting older and it might get bad. So what should the Steelers do this year? Well, I would like to float the idea that they should go all in. Pull a Rams, go all in, do whatever you have to do to get the talent you need to win now. Obviously, the Steelers on some level think they can win with Rodgers, or otherwise they would never have brought him in. So time to get him people that'll actually enable him to lead the Steelers into the playoffs and potentially to the Super Bowl. So what do I think the Steelers need to do? Well, first issue, biggest issue they should most care about, get a second receiver. Get a third receiver. Get receivers that actually have experience being starting receivers in the league and can win games because they have DK Metcalf, but who else do they really have? So I think the Steelers need to find a wide receiver too. Maybe even a wide receiver 3. Obviously that's a little too much to ask for maybe, but I think that at the very least they need to bring in another wide receiver. Obviously, at this point, that would most likely be a trade of some kind. But there are a few teams that maybe they could go looking and wouldn't cost them all that much. Obviously, the Bills, they have a lot of wide receivers who are similar in quality. I'm not sure the Bills would be too upset with trading one of them away. Same thing with the Packers, actually. The Packers, the main complaint a lot of people have had about them is their roster in terms of the wide receiver room is all wide receiver 2s. Unless Matthew Golden changes that. So Steelers could go to them and acquire a wide receiver 2. And I'm not sure on that Packers depth chart which ones actually are more valuable than the others, because how the Packers have run the offense, especially last year, it sort of depends on the week. So there's a potential to get a nice receiver there. It doesn't have to be a superstar. It just needs to be someone who isn't bad. And right now, outside of DK Metcalf, the Steelers, all they have is something bad. Now, I will caution the Steelers. Do not do what the Jets did. Do not go all in quotation marks, and then go get Aaron Rodgers' best friends. Don't do that. Because you already have a case study of why that doesn't work in the New York Jets. Another area I think the Steelers should focus on acquiring more talent for is the running back room. Yes, I know they just drafted running back. Yes, I know they have Jaylen Warren. I think they might need to bring in someone else. Just saying. It might, if they're going all in, they cannot wait for that rookie to develop or Jaylen Warren to truly adapt to being the lead back. Obviously, the Steelers are a pretty run-first team, and that requires a true workhorse back. But whatever the Steelers do, they need to start doing it, because if they want to go all in, if there's any thought in their heads about doing that, which I hope there is, especially for the sake of the Steelers fans who have been very upset with their team's lack of actual playoff success in recent years, that they do it. So with that being said, guys, please like, share, subscribe down below, tell me what you think, and I'll see you next time.